Hello, everyone. This is Wade France, and I'm the host of Created in the Image of God. I am here today with a sneak peek of a very special program with a very special guest. I'm talking about episode 105, which will air on July 2nd, God willing, and the creek don't rise, with Paul Gibbs. Paul Clayton Gibbs, was healed supernaturally at age 14, giving him a spiritual desire to give back and to connect to the divine. And so he founded in 1992 the Pais Movement. That's P-A-I-S, which is a Greek word which means a child serving the kingdom. Pais is now in 20 countries. Its focus is discipleship. What does life look like on mission? Missionaries helping others become missionaries. But in the modern world, in a context where this is sometimes difficult and still remaining kingdom-centric. Welcome to the studio, Paul.
Oh, it's really glad to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
And I understand you're traveling right now in France. What are you doing in France?
So I'm visiting my father. He just bought a house in the Pyrenees, which sounds fantastic. And I've just got here and it's wonderful. So yeah, we're just taking a few days. I'm on a teaching tour in the UK, but we popped over to France and it's been lovely.
And we have like 5 minutes left to get this right in the first take, because that's how busy you are. Why is your life so busy?
Oh, that's a great question. Well, we obviously operate on 20 different nations around the world. And a big part of what I do really is getting the message out of what we do, particularly in schools, but also the message that we bring, which I think has found a huge interest, this idea of converting Christians, if you like, from being Christian-centric to kingdom-centric. So right now, that's where I'm touring around. I do these masterclasses that enable churches to help their congregations live life on mission and become more kingdom-centric. And I think right now, certainly since COVID, that's a real interest. People are really interested. How do we make disciples? How do we go beyond just getting people into a building to where people really become salt and light in their communities? So I guess right now we're the kind of cool kids on the block, maybe.
Well, and we are going to dig into the difference between Christian-centric and kingdom-centric. That's a fascinating topic for the show. So there's like sneak peek topic number one. Sneak peek topic number two, what do you mean cool kids? How can being Christian be cool, or being a missionary be cool? But the thing I want to throw another question at you for this sneak peek is, how do you get into schools at all in today's world? I mean, we on the show, we've had the president of the Freedom from Religion Foundation, where religion is considered to be the great evil. And here in America, there's this existential struggle in our nation around the role of religion in society, which is the subtext of the show. How do you accomplish getting invited to those places where one would think you would be uninvited?
Well, I think that's key. What you've just said is we ask this question: why is it we spend so much time, energy, and resources inviting people when Jesus spends most of his getting himself invited? And that's been key for us. I mean, I'll tell the story in the actual episode of how I first got into schools, and teaching those principles has been really important. And not only are we in schools, we're in businesses and other areas of society, but really it's based on Luke 10, spread, spot, stay, send. Jesus sends out his disciples and says, look, give people a taste of the kingdom and don't decide in advance who's going to respond. So spread, and then spot the people of peace who are leaning in and stay with them, working on the things and partnering with the things that they're really interested in. And eventually you'll be able to send them to those who were not interested in you in the first place. So we help people, guide them through this idea of spread, spot, stay, send. And yeah, we can talk about that more in the episode, I guess. But it's so powerful, I think, to get yourself invited for multiple reasons, and that's what we've seen happening. And there's no nation on the planet so far that we've not been invited into schools to share the gospel.
Well, that's amazing, and you're certainly invited to come on the show on July 2nd, 8 p.m. Central Time. Sneak peek topic number 4 or 5 we're on right now already is in 92, when you were founding Pais, I was really digging into the parable of the sower and the seed, and whether or not we should try to identify the good ground, or whether we should just be spreading that seed everywhere. So that's another topic we'll get into. But we're out of time for the sneak peek. Your in-laws are about to arrive back and drag you away to some exciting adventure. So everyone listening into this sneak peek, please mark your calendars, July 2nd, episode 105 of the Created in the Image of God show, 8 p.m. Central with Paul Gibbs. Until then, may God be with you.